Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at a power supply from GameMax. And yes, I know a lot of you that will send the chills down your spine, just the mere name of GameMax and power supplies, but this one's different. This one is actually OEM'd by a company called Sohoo, or S-O-L-O-O, which actually is one of the parent companies or kind of OEMs of GameMax brand themselves. And this company actually makes power supplies for other companies as well. So they are the main OEM, they make this power supply, and it's actually quite an interesting one because this is one of the first I've seen from GameMax, which seems to be quite high tier and also has a completely wireless design inside. So inside, everything is soldered together on PCBs and sockets, etc. There's no wires at all, anywhere. So reducing some of those failure points and also allowing more current to transfer through those soldered joints, which is excellent. It's available in a variety of flavors. There's a 750, an 850, a 1050, and I think a 1300 watt unit. The 750 and the 850 unit are both gold rated models, and the 1050 and the 1300 are both platinum rated models. So this does actually seem to be a well-constructed unit, which is a very, very strong contrast to some of the units we've seen before from GameMax over the years, which have been, well, yeah, not entirely great at times. Some of them have been good. Some of the newer Rampage models are actually pretty decent. And this one, weirdly, in terms of branding, actually has the Rampage section on the box. But actually, if you look online anywhere, there's no mention of Rampage anywhere. So whether this is a more UK-related version, I'm not entirely sure. There are a couple of versions of this as well. It comes in both black and white, and also, like I said, multiple power versions, but also regional versions as well. So there's a Chinese version and there's a UK version. Now the UK version's got some very, very slight differences. Strangely, we have seemed to be getting a better main cap on this particular model. So the original ones I think are Nichicon, and this one is a different brand, still a top tier brand, but it's a slightly better capacitor, which, yeah, if you look online, look at the marketing, it shows the kind of the lesser capacitor, which is what is now still used in the Chinese versions, but the English versions have got a newer uprated one for some reason, whether it's availability, I don't know, but it's nice to get an upgrade on a power supply rather than them overestimate it and you get worse. Anyway, so today's video is an unboxing. I'm just going to go through, talk about this power supply, and I'm particularly stoked about this because I actually managed to pick up a fantastic deal on this. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be sick to the back teeth of me saying it, but we do have a bot on our Discord which scours through eBay UK looking for the best deals available at certain price points for various different products. And this actually came up as one of the deals. So this, normally, if you're going to buy this in the UK, retails somewhere around the kind of £80 mark, so $79.99. AWD-IT are currently having them in stock at the time of recording, which is, I believe, the 24th of June, 2026. That's why it's very hot, and I am sweating profusely because it's probably the hottest day of the year so far. But anyway, we go on. This I actually picked up on an eBay bargain via our bot for the magical price of £30 and 4p. Now, there would have been some postage, but fortunately the person who actually sold it was in Bristol anyway, so quick drive over to there, picked up, it's only about 6 miles or something, 4 or 5 miles, whatever. So yeah, excellent. £30 for this power supply is astonishing value for money, which goes some way to the power of our Discord bots. But even so, at $79.99, this gives a lot of other power supplies on the market a pretty decent run for their money. It really does, especially due to basically what this actually offers for the money. So let's go through and see what we actually get. So obviously on the packaging, it tells you about the power supply unit, all that kind of usual stuff. On the back of the box goes through the efficiency curves, and also there's a lot of mentions of PCI Express Gen 5.1 and also ATX 3.1. And you've also got the power outage ratings. So 70 watts on the 12 volt rail, so that's going to give you, what, 840 watts, so it's 850, so yeah, I'll kind of give them that, that's absolutely fine. You get the power supply itself, which is obviously fully modular, as you can see already. Strangely, you get some actually interesting accessories, which we don't normally see with power supplies. So the first of which is a size L anti-static gloves in white, matching, and also they've got the GameMax logo on them, so if you're desperate for some gloves then maybe buy a power supply and get the gloves. So yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before on a power supply. Also, something which is actually quite interesting, you get 4 quick release screws. There is GameMax badge. There is also some Velcro for cable management purposes, and also a GameMax branded screwdriver to help you with the assembly of the power supply into your unit. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like to see some accessories. Also, you get a nice little bag, nice little grey GameMax bag here. If you get the black version, then you get a black bag. If you get the white version, you get a grey bag. So yeah, it kind of is what it is. Obviously, you get the power supply itself, which we will take a quick look at. So first of all, one of the cool features, 135mm fluid dynamic bearing fan in here, temperature controlled as well, which is going to be handy at the moment. Actually pretty quiet as well, so if you want to hear what it sounds like, I've done a recording a little bit earlier, just idling, so you can hear what the kind of the bass level is. Obviously it's going to get warmer as things warm up, but let's have a listen to it now. Here's a test of the fan noise. So actually not too bad. Obviously it isn't silent because it is physically moving, but it's yeah, pretty darn quiet. I'm pretty pleased with this. This is actually going to go into my Lian Li setup, which some of you have seen on the channel before. So I wanted a white power supply for it, and yeah, this one has turned out to be rather excellent. And also in terms of the actual design, if you've ever seen one of the ASUS ROG Strix power supplies, you'll find this to be very familiar. It looks very, very similar indeed, and at a kind of a distant glance, you could quite easily say it's an ASUS model. So moving around to the back, nothing of any real interest here. You've also got actually quite a nice physical power on-off switch that feels actually really sturdy. You've got your power input, you've got the hexagonal mesh for exhausting the air, which is great. And also you've got some other vents on the side as well to allow a little bit more airflow on both sides. That's great. And you've got the GX850 branding on there. No mention of Rampage whatsoever, unlike the box. So yeah, it's a little bit strange. On the top, you've got a QR code. You've got the PCI Express Gen 5.1 and ATX 3.1 logos on there. Where it gets really exciting for me is this side here. So this is the modular side. So of course you've got all your connections on there, and something which I don't think I've ever seen on a GameMax power supply is a 12-volt high power connector, which yeah, it's strange. This power supply reminds me of a lot of other units I've seen recently. Very high quality and lots of connectivity, so like that. So at the top, you've got your split motherboard connection, as you would normally see. You've got 2 CPU outlets, so EPS plugs. Then underneath that, you've got 2 PCI Express ones. Now there's a slight strange reason why these exist, which we'll go through a little bit later. Maybe it's for the higher wattage models, they use the same outputs, but this doesn't have enough cables to fill up all the ports. So yeah, it's nice to have extra, I suppose, if you ever need more, but it doesn't populate all of these as a default. Obviously 12-volt high power, as we've said already, and also we've got 4 outlets there for peripherals, which again, you don't have enough cables for. There's only 3 output cables, so you've got spare connections on there should you need them. But yeah, it's all done nicely, and I like the fact they've kind of grouped them together. That's pretty nice. Of course, this always comes with all the usual things like protections for what you'd expect to see on a modern power supply. So you've got things like overpower protection, under voltage, over voltage, you've got over current protection, etc, etc. I'll put them on the screen for you can see it now. So it's got the full gamut of protections on there, so you don't have to worry about anything going wrong with the power supply. Also as well, something which is really unusual for GameMax power supplies, which I haven't even mentioned yet, which is kind of blows me away. Normally GameMax power supplies come with like a 1-year or 2-year warranty if you're lucky. This one, they've actually put their money where their mouth is, and this comes with a 10-year warranty, which is one of the reasons why I actually haven't taken it apart, because normally I would take this apart and show you all the insides, but I won't do it on this particular model because I will destroy my warranty, which, yeah, that is a thing. But you can do if you want to take it apart, if you want to clean the fans, etc., and take a look at the capacitors inside. I'll probably show you some B-roll of the website so you can see what it looks like inside anyway. Very neat, very nicely done. Soldering is all done very nicely, etc. So yeah, that's all well and good. So power supply wise, pretty awesome. And again, for £30, I think this is where this power supply is going to come into the budget builder, especially at the moment when everything is super expensive. Now, obviously, if you want to buy a brand spanking new one, $79.99 here in the UK, it's actually a pretty competitive price for what you're getting. You may not appreciate the GameMax branding, but I think this power supply has gone a long way to deserve that price tag. But because of GameMax's brand name not being one of those kind of upper echelons and sometimes demoted quite lowly, that means you can pick up a real bargain, because if someone's maybe do an upgrade, they'll get rid of it, whatever, they may struggle to sell it because of the brand name, in which case you can pick up a bargain like I did. So do bear that in mind. That's where we're coming at really as the kind of the angle for this power supply. But let's take a look at other things which are included. So obviously cabling wise, all the cabling, pretty nice flat cabling as well. So you've got your main 24-pin power connector, and that is split at the other end, so that's quite nice. And that one comes in at 610 millimeters in length. And next up, we've got your EPS connection. So EPS connection, this is a slightly odd one, but I totally understand it. This, you only get a single cable. Now, it does have a pigtail, so if you do want to use both the connections on your motherboard, you can do. The reality is for this, the EPS cable, these are well known to be able to supply up to kind of 400 watts on a single cable. So realistically, for pretty much any desktop normal processor, you don't really need the second one anyway, but if you want to plug it in, you can do, obviously, to put power into other parts of the motherboard. So I understand why they've done it. GameMax are always one of those companies, they try to save a few quid here and there where they can, where it kind of makes sense. I think with this, it does make sense. If you're buying an 850 watt power supply, are you really that bothered about not plugging in both of your CPU EPS connectors? Again, if you want to, it's got a pigtail, you can do it. That isn't a problem. Also, when it comes to length, they've actually given you a little bit of extra length here. So this one is 700mm in length, which is nice. And there's an extra 150mm there to the secondary connector. Not that it makes much difference because it's going to be kind of right next to the main plug anyway. But if you want to hide it out of the way, you've got enough to tuck it out the back of your PC and it not be an eyesore. Next up, we've got our PCI Express. So our traditional 6 or 6+2 8-pin connections that we used to see with most graphics cards. Now with this, you get 2 cables. Both cables have pigtails on them, and the pigtails are actually quite short, which is probably actually a good thing, so less to cable manage. These come in at 550mm, and you've got an extra 100mm between the 2 plugs there. Also, they are split, so if you want to have it 6-pin, you can do, or 8-pin, or 6+8, or 8+8, whatever you want to do. There's 2 included in there. Again, for an 850 watt power supply, I think that's absolutely fair. Gold rated. If it was platinum, then maybe a 3rd cable would be nice, but for an 850, I think that is going to be absolutely fine. But of course, one of the stars of the show, if you don't want to use PCI Express, you want to use the new 12 volt high power connection, then that is included as well. And again, nice flat cabled. This one is actually a thicker cable, so it does feel a little bit more rigid, which is actually a good sign, because if you've got that much wattage going through, you want it to be a decent cable. Rated up to 600 watts, which is the kind of maximum for these connections at the moment. And this one comes in a length of 650mm. Next up, we've got our accessory connections. So SATA plugs, these ones, same flat cables. You've got 3 SATA plugs on this cable. There's 2 of these actually included in the box, so you can plug up to 6 SATA-based devices. If you want the other ones, the Molex, or whatever you want to call these nowadays, accessory plugs for older PATA stuff, then you've got 3 plugs as well on a separate cable, which is kind of nice. So if you don't want any Molex in your system, you don't have to. That's pretty cool. These come in at 500mm in length and then 150 between each connection. So there you go, there is a look at this power supply. I've actually done a test on it as well to make sure it is A-OK, as you really should do if you get a new power supply. The power good signal, really good, very nice and low. All the voltages look pretty much rock solid, so very happy with that. And noise levels, I think it's going to be absolutely fine. I would have liked for it to have been a 0 dB fan, so one that actually stops altogether when it's under low load. But again, this is aimed at the more budget end of the market, and no doubt by the time this video goes out, potentially the price will be even lower than what it was. So around about £80, including shipping and postage, etc. here in the UK. I'll of course put some links in the video description so you can check it out elsewhere. But I think this is going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.